Alright, Shalom. Before we start, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the tabernacle of David. Alright, back with another video. The title of this video will be called Signs in the Heavens. Alright, the title of this video will be called Signs in the Heavens. Alright. And a lot of brothers I've been doing videos on it, and a lot of people have been talking about it, about the eclipse that's coming up, and it's another they call the Devil's Comet, and they said believe on March 25th. I think it's like a blood moon, I believe, or the moon will turn red. Excuse me, but I got the articles pulled up, and we gonna read them. Right? Nope, not over here, Salakia. Let me get rid of that, actually. Yeah. From End Time Headlines. Alright. It says, the blood moon Purim eclipse of March 25th will transpire at about the same time the devil comet becomes visible. Alright, so a lot of stuff is happening, right? It says, during the next couple of months, so many amazing things are going to be happening in the heavens. For example, during the Great American Eclipse of 2024 on April 8th, the sun, the moon, and the 7 other planets in our solar system will all line up in the sky. It is almost as if the entire solar system will be screaming that this is a once in a lifetime event. But before we get to April 8th, there will be some other absolutely incredible things happening in the skies above our heads. On March 25th, we will witness a penumbral lunar eclipse. The following comes from Wikipedia. Now, I don't know about all that they said, talking about the planets lining up. We don't know about all that, but we know that this is of the Lord, man. All right, and he said this. He said these things will happen in the last days. Let's go to Genesis 1, right? To get it real quick, because these are for signs, seasons, right? Genesis 1:14, and the Alahayim said. Now we go into Genesis, the first chapter. All right, the creation story. This is of when you go to the word God, right? And a lot of people it says Elohim. A lot of people, they have trouble understanding, the Bible. Like we said, that the Bible is a highly, highly spiritual book. And people, regular people, they read Genesis and think that's the Heavenly Father. No, that's actually the Alahayim. All right, it says Elohim, but in Hebrew it's Alahayim. All right, and when you read the Hebrew, you read from right to left. All right, not left to right. So you read this way. All right, not going this way. Right. So it's Alahayim, and it says rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, gods. All right. So it's the angels. All right. So the Alahayim, and the Alahayim said, "Let there be lights in the firmament." Genesis 1:14, of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. All right. So these things, are for signs and for seasons. All right, and days and years. All right, and these are clearly signs that's happening. Right. It says where was I at? Okay, right here, third paragraph. A penumbral lunar eclipse will take place on Monday, March 25th, 2024. It will be visible to the naked eye as 95.57% of the moon will be immersed in the Earth's penumbral shadow. Since so much attention has been focused on the Great American Eclipse of 2024 on April 8th, this other eclipse has kind of snuck up on us. Apparently, much of the planet will be able to view this lunar eclipse. It will be fully visible from most of the Americas will be seen rising over Australia and Eastern Asia and setting over western parts of Africa and Europe. Excuse me. Interestingly, this will always be a blood moon eclipse, and so many and let me slow down. And so to many people, the moon will appear to have a reddish color. In the upcoming lunar eclipse, the Earth's shadow will block out 97% of the moon's surface. This eclipse will be a blood moon, the result of atmospheric conditions that give the moon a reddish tint rather than black when it moves into a shadow. All right, and you can read the rest of this. I remember to put the link in the description. All right, so it's going to be a blood moon, as they say. All right, on March 25th. All right, and then you got where's it at? This right here, the one that everybody's talking about in April 8th. How the 2024 total solar eclipse is different than the 2017 eclipse. It says on April 8th, and it's from NASA. It says on April 8th, the moon's shadow will sweep across the United States as millions will view a total solar eclipse. For many, preparing for this event brings memories of the magnificent total solar eclipse on August 21st, 2017. And this was back in 2017. They got a picture of that. It says in 2017, an estimated 215 million U.S. adults, 88% of U.S. adults viewed the solar eclipse either directly or electronically. They experienced the moon pass in the front. So like they experienced the moon pass in front of the sun, blocking part, sun blocking part, or all of our closest stars' bright face. The eclipse in 2024 could be even more exciting due to differences in the path, timing, and scientific research. All right, it says the path of totality, where viewers can see the moon totally block the sun, revealing the stars outer atmosphere, called the corona, which is crazy. Is much wider during the upcoming total solar eclipse than it was during the eclipse in 2017. As the moon orbits Earth, its distance from our planet varies. During the 2017 total solar eclipse, the moon was a little bit farther away from Earth than it will be during the upcoming total solar eclipse. So, like, me my brightness. It says, causing the path of that eclipse to be a little skinnier. In 2017, the path ranged from about 62 to 71 miles wide. During the April eclipse, the path over North America will range between 108 and 122 miles wide, meaning at any given moment, this eclipse covers more ground. The 2024 eclipse path will also pass over more cities and densely populated areas than the 2017 path did. This will make it easier for more people to see totality. An estimated 31.6 million people live in the path of totality this year, compared to 12 million in 2017. An additional 150 million people live within 200 miles of the path of totality, and this is what it is. All right. Oh, they got slides. I didn't even know that. So this is the one coming up. I wish I can. I can't. Zoom in, but you know. And if you look at it, it's an X on America, and that's spiritual, because America will be destroyed. So it's an X over Babylon the Great. It says you don't need to live within the path of totality to see the eclipse in April. 99% of people who reside in the United States will be able to see the partial or total eclipse from where they live. Every contiguous U.S. state, plus parts of Alaska and Hawaii, will experience at least a partial solar eclipse. And you can read the rest if you want. I'll put the link in the description. So this is coming up, man. Signs in the heavens. All right. And like I said, and another thing. Let's see if we can get that real quick. See if we can look it up. It's going to pass through 7 seven states called Nineveh. Let me see, or city, Salakia. Eclipse. 2024. Yeah. Um. Let me see. No thanks. Let me see. This one here. All these ads, man. If I can find it, I'll put it in the link. But it's gonna be passing through seven. Yeah, I can't find it, but it'll be it's gonna be passing through seven cities called Nineveh. So you know, and we know that Nineveh was destroyed during the time of well, not Jonah went and preached to the people in Nineveh, but after Jonah it was destroyed. But we got this one right here. The Devil's Comet total solar eclipse on April 8th. Rare Devil Comet will be visible during eclipse. It says sky watchers looking forward to April 8th. Total solar eclipse may get a chance to see a rare and massive comet with a particularly devilish nickname. 12P Pons Brooks has been nicknamed the Devil Comet due to the presence of two horns, right? And if you thinking of Revelation, I think that's 13, right? Two horns that's big as a man. I believe that's what it says. It says that are made up of ice and gas that periodically explode. It's known as periodic comet sweeping by Earth every 71 years. It's massive, a giant space rock, roughly the same size as Mount Everest. It says NASA said the bright comet will be visible during the eclipse due to the unusual coincidence that the comet's return to the inner solar system places it by chance only 25 degrees away from the sun during the Earth's April 8th total solar eclipse. Currently, the comet is just on the edge of visibility to the unaided eye, but visible with binoculars in the early evening sky towards Pisces, the constellation of the fish, NASA said. It's putting on quite a show, however, with a light blue tail, outer comma, and green and highlights of glowing red gas around the comma in a spiral. How well it will be visible on April 8th remains to be seen, scientists said, though the darkness of the midday eclipse will help. It says, although it is always difficult to predict the future brightness of comets, Comet Pons Brook has been particularly prone to outbursts, making it even more difficult to predict how bright it will actually be as the moon moves in front of the sun on April 8th, NASA said. All right. And I read this. I think this is the last one. Yeah. It says the best visibility for both the eclipse and the comet will be along the path of totality. The eclipse will start in Mexico and move across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, India, Ohio, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine before heading out over the North Atlantic. Small portions of Kentucky, Michigan, and Tennessee will also experience almost the entirety of the eclipse. So, hey, The signs in the heavens, man. All right, this is what's coming. A blood moon, you know, the blood moon Purim eclipse, March 25th, the April 8th, and the Devil's Comet, man. So a lot is happening. All right, we're gonna hit these. We already got Genesis, so let's get Joel 2. All right, because these are signs that we're looking out for, man. We're in the last days, but we're getting closer and closer to the end. Excuse me, Joel 2, and I'm gonna start at. Excuse me, I'm gonna just go into it. Joel 2:30, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and the terrible day of the Lord come. And the Lord's name is Yahweh, and the Son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, shall be delivered. For in Mount Zion and Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord has said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. So the Lord is showing is wonders in the heavens, man. All right. And I will show wonders in the heavens and earth and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. Let's read this in the NLT, right? Joel 2:30. And I will cause wonders in the heavens and on the earth, blood and fire and columns of smoke. The sun will become dark, and the moon will turn a blood red before the great and terrible day of the Lord arrives. But everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved. For some on Mount Zion and in Jerusalem will escape, just as the Lord has said. These will be among the survivors whom the Lord has called, and those survivors of the elect. All right, and not everyone knows the name of the Lord. Okay, they trying to, universalism, make it seem like everybody. But the Lord is causing wonders in the heavens, and I may change the title. You know, wonders in the heavens, signs in the heavens. I may keep it, I may not. All right, so it's wonders in the heavens that's happening, man. All right, let's go to another one. Acts 2:19 is the same, but hey, Acts 2. Let me see, Salakia. Take this out of. I'm gonna start at 17. 16. It says, but this. It says, but this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel, and it shall come to pass in the last days, said the heavenly Father, I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out. Let me read that again. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will show wonders in heaven above and signs, and I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come. Right. Before the great and notable day of the Lord comes, man. There's gonna be it's gonna be wonders in the heavens above and on the earth. All right. And when we're witnessing this, we're seeing this happen. We're seeing this play out. All right. Let's get Luke 21. Oh, let's read this in NLT. Salakia. Acts 2:17 NLT. And in the last days, the Heavenly Father says, I will pour out my spirit upon all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams. In those days I will pour out my spirit, even on my servants, men and women alike, and they will prophesy. And I will cause wonders in the heavens above, and signs on the earth below, blood and fire and clouds of smoke. The sun will become dark, and the moon will turn to Salakia. The sun will become dark, and the moon will turn blood red before that great and glorious day of the Lord arrives. And Yahweh Shai is going to make his return, man. All right. So it's signs in the heavens and on the earth. But we seeing the signs and wonders in the heavens right now, man. All right, the day of the Lord is getting closer. You know. Now let's get Oh yeah, Luke 21. Oops. Luke 21 and 25. Let me see. Hold on. All right, yeah, it's 25. Luke 21:25. It says in the return. This with the heading, the return of Yahushua, and it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right. So it's gonna be, signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, man. All right, and we seeing that. We seeing that play out. A devil's comet, the blood, turning red. Well, they say. Let's get that again. The blood moon, our eclipse, March 25th, and the devil's comet, and the let me go get it. The 2024 eclipse. So this is what's happening, man. The Lord is on his way back. All right, the Lord Yahweh Shah is returning, and we're in the latter days, right? Let's get let's read this in the NLT. Luke 21:25, and there will be strange signs in the sun, moon, and stars. And here on earth, the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by the roaring seas and strange tides. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then everyone will see the Son of Man coming on a cloud with power and great glory. So when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. And when you stand and look up, you're gonna see a chariot, man. All right, the Lord's coming back with those clouds and those chariots. All right, but there will be strange signs in the sun, moon, and stars. All right. Well, these things ain't strange, but these are just signs, right? Let's look at that word signs and see what it says. Simeon. It looks like Simeon. Simeon.
Strong's G 4592. Semayon. Semayon.
Simeon, right? It says a sign, mark, token, that by which a person or thing is distinguished from others and is known. A sign, prodigy, a portent, i.e., an unusual occurrence, transcending the common course of nature. Of signs, portending remarkable events soon to happen. Of miracles and wonders by which the Heavenly Father authenticates the men sent by Him, or by which men prove that the cause they are pleading is the Heavenly Father's. Down the Strong's definition, it says signs right here: sign, miracle, wonder, token. This is an indication, especially ceremonially or supernaturally. Miracle, sign, token, wonder. So these are miracles happen, man. All right, signs in the heavens. All right, supernatural stuff. You know, and people gonna be, they may look beautiful, but these are the signs of the end. All right, the blood, the moon turning red. Right, the devil, a comet that's named the Devil's Comet. All right, the America being X'd out. That we just seen that. Let's look at it again. You see, America being Babylon the Great being X'd out by another eclipse. So these are signs of the end, man. All right, these aren't just stuff that's happening. No, the Lord is making this happen. All right, America, Babylon the Great is the kingdom is already through, but it's gonna be even more through when the Lord, sends those those nuclear ICBMs, man. All right, and the Lord and America's gonna continue. It's already going down. It's going down the drain already. All right, it's gonna continue to fall, man. All right. So say Mayan, a sign prodigy, a portent, i.e., an unusual occurrence transcending the common course of nature. All right. So this is what's going on, man. All right. Let's get, you know, let's get Mark 13. It's gonna be the same. Mark 13 and 24. The return of Yahweh shall be in those days after that tribulation, after Jacob's trouble. The sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then shall he send his angels, and all, and then shall he send his angels, and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. Let's read. Let's go back and read Luke 21. Did we read that? Yeah, we read that in OT. Let's get this one right. Mark 13 to 24. At that time, after the anguish of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will give no light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then everyone will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds with great power and glory, and he will send out his angels to gather his chosen ones from all over the world, from the farthest ends of the earth and heaven. All right. I think Matthew 24 is better. Matthew 24:29. The glorious return immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the powers and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. All right. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. He shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of heaven to the other. So we see these things. Well, we don't. This has not happened yet, but the wonders in heaven. All right, the signs and the things that's coming. All right, we see that, man. All right, so I just wanted to bring that out. All right, this is this is a great time to be we're living it, man. We about to the times about to well the times about to come to our evil times, but in the spirit, we're rejoicing because we're almost out of this place they call, this is really hell, but American Babylon the Great is about to destroy, and Lord willing, we of the elect, we get delivered out of here, man, and we get to go home. All right, but until then, we gotta continue to endure and continue to keep the faith. So hey, we almost out of here, brothers and sisters. So with that, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone that teach and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the tabernacle of David. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until the next video, shalom.